Welcome to Modern Management of the Older Adult, brought to you by the Institute of Clinical Excellence.
Hey everybody, welcome to the MMOA podcast. I am Macy Bolt, outpatient PT and TA with the Older Adult Division of Ice Physio. If you have been around the Ice Physio world for a while or attended a live course, then you've heard our crew talk about the be about it mentality. It's really a mentality that is about leading from the front, practicing what we preach when it comes to fitness and exercise, because ultimately what we know is that people follow people. Today, we are going to take that mentality, we're going to reframe it a little bit, and we're going to apply it to cognitive fitness in the context of hobbies. So I am fortunate enough to still have my grandma around, and she and I have always been very, very close. She used to take my sister and I for a couple of weeks in the summertime, and our weeks with her were filled nonstop. We baked, we did craft projects, we did sewing and quilting, we spent time in the garden, we deconstructed and reconstructed all kinds of things on the farm with her. Ultimately those might seem like really good ways to just keep two really busy kids entertained. But what I'm reflecting on now as an adult is that was my Nana really sharing her genuine hobbies and interests with us. It really didn't occur to me that that's what she was doing until I had my own daughter about 6 months ago. And since then, I've really been thinking about, what is the family legacy? What are the memories and what are the traditions that my daughter is going to carry with her, into her adulthood and into her eventually, hopefully having a family of her own. So these activities and this time that was spent with my Nana is really so deeply ingrained in me that when I do any of those things, whether it's take one of the quilts that she's quilted and, snuggle up with it with my daughter, make one of her recipes, do a craft project or an art project, I really, feel her with me. And so this has all had me reflecting on what am I going to be remembered for in the future. And so if you're anything like me, you probably went through some sequela of undergrad, grad programs, studying, aiming for that next milestone, getting a job, striving to do the best that you can at that job, potentially starting a family. And you might feel like you and the things that you like to do got lost in the shuffle somewhere. So I'm here today. This is a call to action. I want to challenge all of us to take a step back, refocus, and reframe. So we know from the literature on cognitive function and aging that folks who participate in hobbies throughout their lifespan have a protective effect on their cognition. Let me say that again. Folks who participate in hobbies have a protective effect on their cognition as they age. I don't know about you, but that is 100% something I'm looking for as I age. I want to be as with it as I can for as many days as I can. So when I think about adopting this for myself, it really makes me excited to share it with my patients too. So we all here know the amazing benefits that exercise can bring to the table. And we also can probably think of at least 10 patients who are kind of a tough sell when it comes to increasing that physical activity. So what if we could take this idea of hobbies and we can leverage that as a gateway to fitness with those patients who are resisting kind of that traditional entrance to exercise. We can start with the cognitive fitness piece of this and transition it to physical fitness as we go with our plan of care. So I have personally experienced many times, I'm trying to get someone to exercise who does not want to exercise. And it doesn't really click for them until I put it in the context of something that they love to do or something that they're interested in. A really potent example of this is thinking about, someone who likes to be in the yard gardening. They're like, Macy, why the heck are you having me deadlift? And then I put it in the context of, you have to deadlift every time that you pick a weed. And they're like, oh my God, I have so many weeds in my yard that I haven't been able to pick because I can't get that far down to the ground and my balance isn't good enough to be able to stand back up. And that connection gets made for them, and then they understand why they are doing something. So I have personally found that patients are way more compliant when they understand and see that connection point, but they actually really start to enjoy their home program too, because it's getting them back towards something that they love to do, which I think is just a huge win all around. So when I reflect on those hobbies that my grandma has continued to pursue as she ages, she is doing complex mental math with her baking and her quilting. She's doing physical endurance tasks while quilting large quilts and having to move king-size quilts by herself on her quilting machine. She's doing balance tasks with reaching and lifting and transferring those quilts. She's doing self-perturbations while she's weeding the yard and spending time outside, and really so much more when it comes to these hobbies. So when we really break down the things that our patients enjoy doing, it often looks a lot like what we're working toward in rehab in both a physical and a cognitive capacity. So use the hobbies that your patients enjoy to your advantage to make, number one, your job easier, and number two, your patients' experience more enjoyable in rehab. So sometimes in the process of a busy life and a busy schedule, we lose the ability to play and have fun, and we lose the ability to devote time to things that we really love and enjoy to do. So this is, again, my call to action to bake the cake, paint the picture, go rollerblading, go mountain biking, climb up a bunch of boulders in your neighborhood. Because when we do the things we love to do and our patients do the things they love to do, it keeps us cognitively fit and it keeps us physically fit as we continue to add years to our life. So be about it. Let's show our patients and our colleagues and ourselves that we are all in on building not only physical fitness, but also cognitive fitness as well. Thank you for joining me today. If you are interested in learning more about how to really be about it, join us at an upcoming live course. We will be in Oviedo, Florida, November 8th and 9th, Lexington, Kentucky, November 15th and 16th, Bozeman, Montana, November 22nd and 23rd, and Miami, Florida on December 20th and 21st. Thanks all.
Thank you for listening to the MMOA podcast. If you found this helpful, please share with someone that could benefit. And if you're looking for more practical content to help you better serve older adults, head over to www.mmoa.online, where you can learn more about our free resources, our community, continuing education courses, and our certification. Once again, that's www.mmoa.online. Thanks for listening.